Hello everyone, this is Jasmine, aka Gladiatorinsweats, and I'm here with a last minute, just really quick message for the collective. I just felt called very randomly to pull a card just now, and so I did, and I really just wanted to share that with you all here as I am wont to do. I do apologize in advance for any noise in the background. I have my family and they're just hanging out in the living room, so do excuse any ambiance going on in the back there. So, yeah, let me just go ahead and read the card here. As you can see in the photo, the card that we did receive is the right choice. I just really like that phrase that came up, specifically because of a passage that I did read for myself, which I figure I'll go ahead and share this with you guys as well, because maybe it is relevant or related in some way. But even if it's not, I do feel like it was a beautiful message that I'd like to share with you as well. And so I've shared passages from this book in the past on my Instagram page, I believe. It is The Language of Letting Go, Daily Meditations on Codependency by Melody Beattie. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. I'll go ahead and include this in the description in case you were curious or just wanted to see this book yourself. But I am going to read the passage from today just because of this word that came up about being right, about just what does right mean? Like, what does that meaning really have? And so I just want to share this passage and then go into the card and really leave it at that, hopefully. So let's start with the passage here. And as I mentioned, the title of this passage is called Being Right. Recovery is not about being right. It's about allowing ourselves to be who we are and accepting others as they are. That concept can be difficult for many of us if we have lived in systems that functioned on the quote-unquote right-wrong justice scale. The person who was right was okay. The person who was wrong was shamed. All value and worth may have been dependent on being right. To be wrong meant annihilation of self and self-esteem. In recovery, we are learning how to strive for love in our relationships, not superiority. Excuse me, wow. My voice got a little strained there. Say that again. In recovery, we are learning how to strive for love in our relationships, not superiority. Yes, we may need to make decisions about people's behavior from time to time. If someone is hurting us, we do need to stand up for ourselves. We do have responsibility to set boundaries and take care of ourselves. But we do not need to justify taking care of ourselves by condemning someone else. We can avoid the trap of focusing on others instead of ourselves. In recovery, we are learning that what we do needs to be right only for us. What others do is their business and needs to be right only for them. It's tempting to rest in the superiority of being right and in analyzing other people's motives and actions. But it's more rewarding to look deeper. And so the affirmation that they do offer here at the end is, today I will remember that I don't have to hide behind being right. I don't have to justify what I want and need with saying something is right or wrong. I can let myself be who I am. And so, yeah, that is the passage that I read this morning for today, the 18th of February. And so, as I mentioned, to see this card here, the right choice, I really feel like this is a really synchronistic moment here about that message, about what is really truly right for us. And so, let's move forward with the Oracle card here and close this out. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly, among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. And that's actually the poem before the passage by Rumi, which I really find beautiful and deep in meaning in and of itself. So I may actually share that on one of my social media pages too, just for further thought. But let's go ahead with the passage. Within you, I recognize my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. And so I say, hello, my old and dear friend. So lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love, for it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. On the path of love, there is not so much right and wrong in the moral sense, so much as what is right or wrong for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyze, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it doesn't mean the right choice, the heart choice, becomes incorrect. It means, rather, that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail, and the way forward must be taken. So can you give up what you have planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts its pure and true intention into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead. It will lead you along the right path to the right house where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It is time for us to play." It is said that one man's meat is another man's poison. To base your choices on what others have chosen for themselves may end up killing you. Better to take your risks on the angel of your own heart, wise as that being is, and dance to your own heart rhythm instead. There may be fear if others seem to be dancing different steps, but beloved, you know that just because every heart has its own unique rhythm, and yours doesn't want to waltz, so as much as a tango, so why not allow it to be thus, without fear or doubt? This oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. You may or may not know or have a grand vision to go along with that meaning as of yet. But deep within, you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You are born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood, to be cleansed and purified, restored to its integrity, and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes with an omen of good things heading your way: clarity, reassurance, truth, and revelation. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down the whole time, and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there's a more fulfilling version of your vision, lurking in its remnants, to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk vision and eagle depthness. Trust that if you are being drawn away from a tantalizing sweet shop, there is a more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you'll be sheepish soon when you realize the hand of the great beloved that removes is the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. Please excuse all of my stumbling, all of the words there. But as I did mention, it did feel like that message was similar to the passage that I read this morning. And that definitely did confirm very much that it very much is in that similar lane of thinking, of us really getting into alignment with what is best for us on a very personal, very individual level. Not in a way in which we completely are devoid of respect for other people. I definitely want to preface and disclaim that when we do think about what's best for ourselves, it isn't really meant to be an excuse for us to disrespect and harm other people or do anything of that nature. Although, I mean, if that is something that you feel called to do, that's more of something that is within your own personal business. As the passage says, that what we do for ourselves is of our own business, of our own path. And there really is truly no one else that can know what is best for your path more than you. And so, yeah, I really don't want to add more to these passages that has already been said, because they're usually very succinct, as I usually say. So I just want to close this with the honoring ritual here, which is pretty short and sweet. So if you'd like to go through this with me, take the palms of your hands down towards the earth and say aloud with me. With gratitude and trust, I release that which is not rightfully mine. Now open your hands upwards towards the sky. Now say aloud with me again. I give thanks for the grace that is bestowed upon me now, as I accept my rightful divine inheritance. Now stand with your hands in prayer at your heart and finally say aloud, I honor my heart wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light, showing me the way of grace. So be it. And with that, the honoring ritual is complete. And yeah, that is the end of the passage, and rather passages that I have here. I really felt those messages very powerfully as I was reading them. So I do hope that these resonate with you, and as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I do want to always let you guys know, feel free to reach me on Instagram at Gladiatorinsweats. You can also find me on Facebook at Gladiatorinsweats as well. And do feel free to reach out if you're interested in any personal sessions. I do offer those, although I'm not very active in advertising that. I just want to make it apparent for those that have been asking about it. And yes, that is it. So, as I did mention, I do hope that this touched you in a way that you may have needed it. And until the next video, I hope that you guys are doing great, and so much love and many blessings to you all. Peace.